talk about it. For those of you that don't know, my main job is as a talk radio sports show co-host. And recently we had the Houston Astros give what they called an apology, which was just simply a joke. Now, when we first heard of the allegations, sign stealing is nothing new in baseball. Been going on for years, since they started the friggin' game. So when you hear sign stealing, alright, yeah, I get it. Been going on for a long time, so what's the big deal? But then when you hear what the links they went to steal the signs, like, okay, well, it's more of a story now. But the fact that it happened during their World Series season, now if this team was doing this and they finish, they don't even make the playoffs, then no one's really talking about it. But the fact that they won the World Series, I believe that was against the Dodgers, of course it's going to be huge. And when you look at the records and the batting statistics of the guys in the Astros lineup during that World Series run, home versus away stats, crazy, man, crazy. It points to what everyone's saying. Yeah, they were cheating, and it needs to be dealt with. So Major League Baseball came out and gave their punishment. $5 million fine, which is absolutely nothing to these teams. But that's all Major League Baseball could do because of the collective bargaining agreement. As far as, a monetary penalty. So they come out, you got the $5 million fine, which is absolutely nothing. They lose some draft picks, and I think there's something else in there. People lost their jobs, of course. But the players that actually did it, they didn't, no fines, unless something new has come out. No fines, no suspensions. Just, oh, well, they did it. We gave them the fine, gave the team the $5 million fine, took away some draft picks. So it should be good, right? And a lot of the players are just ticked off because the players involved basically get off scot-free. And I can see why they would be mad. I can see why the Dodgers players would be mad. And if I'm not mistaken, look at Clayton Kershaw's record against the Astros in that series, home versus away, eye-opener. So I totally understand why the players would be mad. And listen, if you're the Houston Astros management, the ownership, who knows really if they knew what was going on. I mean, no one really knows except them. You guys are still in signs, right? And this will win you a World Series. You've got a really good lineup to begin with, but with the buzzers, if indeed those were used, the video equipment, with all that, you'll be cheating, but you're going to win a World Series. Here's what happened to you: you'll get fined $5 million. You'll lose some draft picks, and again, I'm sure I'm missing something in there. But you'll still keep your World Series ring, your trophy. You'll still be considered the champion. Would you take it? Of course they're going to take it. Any owner out there would take that. And here's why. Do you realize how much money the Astros made off that World Series? $5 million is laughable. They made so much money, just merchandise, season tickets after that, it's just laughable that the collective bargaining agreement restricts how much you can fine a team for that. But hey, they have meetings on it, and the players have to agree to it, so it's kind of on them. But for them to come out and with that apology, you had Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve and ownership, just lackluster. And here's it, I get it. I understand where the Houston Astros, where they're coming from with their lackluster apology, if you want to call it an apology. They don't care about you. If you're a Red Sox fan, they don't care. If you're a Cubs fan, see you later. You know, if you're any American League or National League opponent, they don't care about you. Why? Because they're just talking to their fans. They know their fans are still going to wear those World Series Championships t-shirts. They're going to wear those hats. They'll still buy them. And if you're an Astros fan, even with this, you're not going anywhere. Okay, maybe there's 5 to 10 that said, I won't have my team cheating. For the most part, man, everyone's sticking around and they're waving that World Series banner. So that's the only people they care about. I mean, your Red Sox fans, they're not buying season tickets. So they don't have to. They don't have to. Make sure you're okay with everything. We all know the only reason they came out with that apology is because they had to, just so they could kind of keep everything, or at least satisfy Major League Baseball commissioner. At least make it look like they're trying. That's what it was all about. So it was sad, but I get it. If I'm the Houston ownership, I just care about Houston fans. Screw everybody else. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. And as far as the fines and everything that came along with it, baseball needs to change something there, because I think they use, at least Altuve used a buzzer. I really do believe that. And if that's the case, there's got to be a suspension. There's got to be a suspension there. First time you call it doing that, maybe you get 40 games or half the year suspension. Now, a guy of Altuve's caliber, that's going to hurt. At least we think he's good. I mean, now, do we really know? It's a crazy thing, man. This Houston Astros stink is going to be around for a while. It's unfortunate for baseball, because that was a really fun team to watch. Actually, Rick Honeycutt is from the Chattanooga area, and we spoke with him about that, because he was the Dodgers pitching coach, and he couldn't go into too much detail because the Dodgers want to limit him on what he can say. But I think when you read between the lines, I'm not saying they knew something was up, but after the fact they knew something was up. And rumors had been flying around. So it's a crazy thing. Well, what Major League Baseball do, they'll have to make some changes. I just don't see them being able to stand still, so stand as is and go about their business. Because this Astros situation has really raised a lot of questions. About the steroid era and how those guys getting into baseball, or getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And by the way, being a childhood Oakland Athletics fan, it's a shame that Jose Canseco and Mark McGwire's not in the Hall of Fame. Well, at least Mark McGwire. Jose, he's a little crazy, but I love him. Bash Brothers, baby. So it will be interesting to see once the season starts. You know, you can expect a lot of booze when the Astros come to town. A lot of booze, and not the drinking kind. So yeah, that was my little rant on the Houston Astros. Hope everyone has a lovely weekend, lovely week. Ride safe. Support your team. It's the Nooga Cowboy. Catch me on Facebook. Cowboy and the Indian.